Welcome to this episode of Cupcake Games, where we are continuing on Danganronpa, joined with
Mike Psychotic Kelly,
as we continue through this very interesting journey through Hope's Peak Academy. Also, of important announcement, today is Mike Psychotic's birthday, so if you want, go ahead, sing him a song.
send me Amazon gift cards.
You know the drill. But yeah, I don't have anything else to announce, but Mike said he wanted to talk about something.
Okay, so there's an upcoming visual novel on Steam that I stumbled into last night and shared with Cupcake Troll, and we both thought it was hilarious. It's called Panzer Models Tank Dating Simulator. So the first question I have to ask is, who is your favorite tank, and why is any answer other than the Type 3 Chai-Nu wrong? Yes, I have already picked Tank Waifu. Deal with it.
Which one was the Chai-Nu again? That wasn't the pink-haired one, right?
No.
Oh man, I almost have to pull that up so I can see which one you're talking about again.
The Chai-Nu was the angry-looking, less busty Asian with glasses.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Though the T-34 is also acceptable because pink hair and also jokes about not invading Crimea.
I like the one about, what was it, spontaneous discharge? Or accidental discharge? And there's the burning building in the back.
Negligent discharge.
Negligent discharge, yeah.
The M4 Sherman.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah. Right now, I think the M4 Sherman is going to be my waifu.
You're wrong. Yeah, so I thought that was fun. But plenty of stuff going on in Hope's Peak. Lots of things to look into.
Yep.
So expectations for tonight are, as Monokuma would always say, thrills, chills, and kills. I think we can carry on with the show now. We have discussed tank dating.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Look forward to
as
that
more people
in the
come
near future.
in. Yeah, as more people come in, we may need to rediscuss tank dating.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
And see how many people are wrong about their favorite tank. Because obviously the only answer is the Type 3 Chai-Nu.
This is going to be good. Anyway, so continuing on. Exactly where we left off, because wonderful saves. Alright, so after all the dots, it is currently nighttime. I can do stuff. I almost feel like, only option is bed. It's actually really good. Whose room am I in now? Like, did they clean and fix my room? Like, do I have to live in this murder scene for the rest of my life? Let's go to the bathroom and see what happens, because, well, I went in. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, no need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to mourn for Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here.
Sorry.
So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that?
My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room?
Oh, like that's gonna be any easier. Well, staying there, with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided I can't turn away from her death.
Makoto? Hey, cheer up! Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it!
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better? Huh? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy. Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So then...
Then, what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
What?
No. No what?
I
don't
can't
want to
take
live
it.
if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
But
So,
if we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist.
Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon.
Yes, you did hear masochism, Envy.
Hey,
Thanks for tuning
Envy.
in. I'm gonna... Hold on a second. I'm gonna just leave this link here again. So you can see it. And then you can tell us who your favorite tank is, and I can tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah, it's good times. Don't waste your anger on yourself.
We found that last night after the stream.
Yeah.
We thought it was glorious, so there's something to look forward to in the future.
Yep. Instead, direct it at the mastermind.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining
not
hall
all
will be
German.
locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Oh, and one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I just had a terribly stupid thought.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, the way politics is going this year, I can only imagine in 2020 a debate between Monokuma and Stamper. That would be so good.
Oh, who do we need to pay to make that happen?
I don't know, but I just can't bear the thought of it. Okay, coming back down now. What was that about just now? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is?
And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down.
God damn it, Taka.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's my motto. Oh, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, You will uncover the secret of the Assassin's Fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness. The power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with.
It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to do exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands?
Okay, so then...
I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
A whole
You
new
guys?
world.
I almost did it, but I wasn't feeling it enough. It'd really suck if you'd had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
very
So go ahead,
nice.
look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode.
With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd showed up. But... a new world?
Could it be?
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey,
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, then let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that?
Got it!
More like a stable food source. Now let's get moving.
Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. Alright. Well... out like the gout! Leave the area? Yes. Let's talk to Hiro since he's right here.
What the heck?
Hey, Makoto. Did you see what's inside the display case? Bad. This is super bad, man.
What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything... anything all that weird in there.
Sure, to the untrained eye it's nothing. But this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
You're serious?
Stuff you see lined up there? Any god could come by and use it to send a message.
Huh?
Ah! I've been struck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin.
Let
Let me out of here! Let me out!
I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. Well, for shits and giggles, let's look at the display case. Inside the display case are trophies and other items. Winning championships and stuff probably came naturally to anyone going to school here. Alright, so there was actually nothing. Let's leave the area, shall we? Okay. So we can go to floor 2. How exciting. Let's go to floor 2 then.
Okay. So we're not going to talk to Taka, who was right there?
No.
That's fair. I just wanted to make sure before I went upstairs.
The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened. Is this what Monokuma meant by a new world? If so, what's up there? This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure of it. There's got to be something here. Alright, so... we have the pool, a couple of bathrooms, more classrooms, gated off 3rd floor area. The library. What's down the green hall? Another classroom. Library. Okay. Where to start? I guess we'll start with 2B. Down the green hall.
Okay. I was standing over next to 2A.
Wow. And there does not look to be of anything of interest outside of the normal, like, oh, you can check the boarded up windows, the camera, the clock, and the monitor. Though I love the chalkboard.
Yeah. I am celebrating my birthday by just chilling and introducing Danganronpa to new people and having a good time.
That's a
And
good
not
way.
getting talked to by people at work for 15 minutes about voting in the primaries that occurred 3 weeks ago. Of which both of you know the story already.
Yeah. Alright, going to the library.
Okay.
Hey!
I'm not sure we'll get to punishments, so...
Alright. Let's go ahead. We'll talk to Bakuya since he's right here.
But still, this library is most interesting.
Huh? What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Toko! What do you got? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko?
Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking.
You know nothing!
Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic books? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile.
What the heck?
My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. I bet you're secretly into boy-on-boy action. Boy-on-boy? I don't care if it's anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. It's all filth, throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Ugh. Just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Grr. You've insulted me and you've insulted my honor.
Well, we know who the next death is gonna be. It is gonna be a duke out between these two. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. Let's go to Hifumi and see if he has anything to say.
I'm absolutely shocked.
How come?
Damnation!
They have all these books here, and not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have comics in a library? Plus, most fanfic is just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do too get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell nothing you do is worthwhile. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author. Now hear this! Appearances mean nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius. My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP?
Those two really worry me.
I still haven't heard a status report on favorite tank yet, Envy.
He's not lying.
Yeah, no, I want to hear what it is so I can tell you why you're wrong.
Alright, we're gonna talk to Kyoka then.
Swag. It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in.
Alright, thank you. Let's see what the books have to say on the wall. This shelf is packed tight with books, but looking at it, the whole thing is incredibly dusty. It looks like this library's been neglected for a pretty long time. Even though it's a prestigious high school, they've been pretty careless about keeping it nice. Speaking of nice, getting paid. Alright. Oh, okay. So even though the other bookshelf said exactly the same thing, it gave me another coin. I'm gonna look at the desk behind Bayou, or whatever. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. It looks like this library's been neglected for a pretty long time. As nice as the school itself is, whoever's in charge of upkeep has been pretty lazy. Strange. Money, money. Gonna look at the letter. The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter. What's this? Hope's Peak Academy?
Indeed.
It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside?
But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside.
Oh, okay. I broke the seal on the dusty envelope and pulled out the single sheet of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full government support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now. And I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official government authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean?
The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak had stopped functioning as a school. Judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could be at least a year old.
So, you're saying Hope's Peak Academy closed down at least a year ago?
Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance.
But that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked up stuff about the school, and never saw anything about this.
So, in other words,
That must all have been part of the Mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
If it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason that there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true.
But then, what about this other part? The decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What did they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had closed. Is there any connection between that and what's been happening to us now?
now,
If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the Mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say any more until we find more details. So, in other words, only the Mastermind knows the truth right now.
The Mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... plot thickens. Thickens like a hearty soup. Well, let's look at the computer on the table. It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old, and it's all covered in dust.
so
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened.
Did you try plugging it in?
Did you try turning it off and back on?
It's broken, huh? Too bad. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Alright. I think there's one more bookcase that will get me paid. Incredibly dusty, neglected for a pretty long time. Aw, it didn't pay out. Boo. Well, I guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad. What's behind this door?
It's some kind of archive. All I saw in there was stacks of old books and files. I can't imagine what business you would have in there.
That's true. I don't really have any reason to check it out. You know, maybe there's shit there. Alright, well that seems to be it in the library. Let's skedaddle. Leave the area, yes. And let's go to 2A. The baby is sleeping. Please be quiet. Alright. Hey, Sakura. What's going on, girl?
I see.
This must be what he meant by a new world. I should probably take a really close look around.
Okay. And outside of that, it's all the same old stuff. So, out we go. Leave the area, yes. Alright, who wants to have a pool party? $10, waifu's in here. Hey, shocker!
Oh, Makoto! Hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool! There's a pool here! A pool! Pool, pool, pool!
You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it.
Okay.
And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual. I love the fact that there's a fucking chain gun turret.
Gatling gun?
Yeah, that's... Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Celeste.
Oh, I thought you were gonna inspect the Gatling gun.
Oh, no, I'll do that later.
Okay. The second floor is opened up, the living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad.
Oh. That's a little cold. But I understand what she's saying. Like, hey, you know, if somebody dying means we get more shit. Alright, Chihiro.
It's not all bad.
Yeah. Hey, Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet?
No. I don't like wearing swimsuits.
Yeah, you don't... Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing.
But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'd kind of like to get a little stronger.
You want to get stronger? I have to say, that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room.
God, you're too adorable. Huh? You don't even want to go in the locker room?
It's not that I don't want to, it's just...
I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia to have, though... Alright, minigun time. Because this is a new thing to check out. Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. Why would we need something like that here? Oh, lots of reasons. Alright, let's check out the swim boards. There's a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf. Paid!
There's also the, like, life preserver thing over on that wall.
Yeah, I was swinging the camera around. It looks like one of those lifesaver flotation donuts. Money! And... Alright, I'm gonna check out the boys' door first. Behind this door is the locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms.
Really?
Of course!
Really, really. Ah! If you want to unlocker the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door.
Uh-huh.
However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boys' handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line.
But
But what if someone opens the door, and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. See, there's a Gatling gun mounted on the ceiling, right?
Yoo-hoo!
And it'll be all... Daka 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 daka.
Just a second.
I bet it'd really hurt to get shot by that thing. No. I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girls' locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me. To think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay then, how's this sound? Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. There, so now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place.
Is that
After all,
okay?
they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook.
So,
But, you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course!
Because all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at that age, you'd try humping a plastic bottle. So to keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then, in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decided to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself. I don't care what happens in your private dorms. By force or by cunning, do whatever you want.
just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya later!
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya.
Ah,
Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
you got it.
Celeste, Chihiro, you want to come with me?
As for me,
There is nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I'll pass this time. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it.
I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea what's going on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else finds something worthwhile. Okay, I'd better head back to the dining hall as soon as possible.
Listen to me!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how did it go? Did anyone discover any interesting new anything?
Yes, indeed.
There's a library!
okay.
And a pool! A freaking pool! And locker rooms filled with exercise equipment.
Well,
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route.
Yeah, she's right.
I see!
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Oh, do tell.
Quiet down and listen!
The warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
You hear
The
me?
warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like. Ha ha ha!
Are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo,
Okay, and what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh, well,
what? What?
there wasn't anything in the warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here? Nothing? Unfortunately, no. Not that I saw.
Hey, come
You
on.
fucking people.
What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now? Or a warehouse, or whatever the fuck?
Stop fucking
We're still
around.
trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. Now, there is no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation and let everyone know if you should discover something.
So then,
So, are we done for today? Well, yeah, I guess so.
So we're not gonna make mention of the new rule about swapping the e-handbooks to anybody? Like, that's just gonna be knowledge between 4 people? Like, that might be kind of nice to tell people, but, you know, maybe they already know.
They can check their e-handbooks. Maybe Monokuma went and told them.
It's possible, I'm just saying. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan? To give us hope, just to turn around and betray that hope? Interesting.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed.
Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby I can say I'm super good at. And my grades are totally average too. My reflexes are okay. Not great, not awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends, maybe even find a normal girlfriend. Which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard cutout.
You see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
Music is too goddamn good.
You see why I bought the game again for the soundtrack, right?
Worth it.
Exactly.
Good
It's not an easy
morning,
soundtrack
everyone.
to track down.
It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day. Oh, that's right. I wanted to let you know that your e-handbooks have been updated. New regulations have been added, so please take a look and enjoy your school life more than ever before.
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. You must be referring to yesterday. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. But right now I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. So we shall. Leave area? Yes, please. And we will make a mad dash to the dining hall.
Ahem. The Hopes Peak Academy Student Council has an announcement to make.
Hey,
If your
Makoto.
favorite tank is not the Type 3 Chai-Nu, you are wrong. Thank you and have another beautiful day.
For a second there, I'm thinking to myself, holy fuck, he got there too fast. And then when you started time, I'm like, oh, cute. Like, I had a slight moment of panic, like, and then all of a sudden, like, the text box came out. I'm like, it's nothing to do with what he said. What the fuck is going on?
And then I mentioned tanks, and you were
Yeah.
just like, oh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, got it. We're cool.
Morning, Makoto.
Good morning. Is everyone here already?
Yo, yo, yo!
Nope. Still waiting on Byakuya and Taka.
Byakuya is no surprise, but it's strange Taka's not here yet.
Knowing Taka, I imagine he is trying to get the King of Tardiness up and out of bed. I'm sure they'll be here soon enough. Just be patient.
Let's see.
I don't mind waiting for them, but there is one problem.
Which is...
I am thirsty.
Hey, come on!
How the hell is that a problem? Ifumi, would you make me some tea? Huh? Milk tea, if you please.
Well,
Why me?
let's see.
Your roundish figure reminds me of the owner of the coffee shop I used to frequent.
That's your reason?
This is fine.
I can feel my throat drying out. Quickly, please.
Oh.
Okay.
Though I am starting to like Celeste. She is amazing.
Almost all the characters are.
She is just like no fucks given. Like, okay, this is my situation now, great, I'm just gonna make the best of it. Apparently unable to refuse Celeste's order, Hifumi sulked his way into the kitchen. And a few minutes later,
Thank you for waiting.
Hifumi reappeared with tray in hand, a gentle aroma growing stronger as he approached.
Finally. You could have made some for the rest of us, you know?
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
I emphatically decline. You're not my type at all. It's all about the law of causality. Basic instinct, act and react. Well then, if you don't mind.
A small smile played across her lips as she held the teacup delicately in her hand.
Oh,
Wait.
She cocked her head to the side and threw the cup as hard as she could at the wall.
What?
What the? Hey! What are you doing, my little white rabbit? I hate this kind of tea. I don't understand.
yes, indeed.
Imagine we are at a coffee shop, just any normal everyday cafe. I sit down and I order some tea. They then ask me, would you like lemon or milk? Now, further imagine that I replied, ah yes, I would like milk tea, please. In this case, along with my tea, they may bring me a small container of milk, yes? But this is not for me. I am among those who prefer the milk to be part of the process from the outset. The fragrance is just so overwhelmingly sweet that way. Adding milk or lemon right before you drink is like dousing your fries in ketchup, mere condiments. Whenever looking for a cafe, I first review their menu to see if it offers the proper style of milk tea. And I cannot acknowledge any milk tea that does not add the milk during the brewing process.
If I had to describe our shared reaction to what we just heard, I'd have to go with wild-eyed bewilderment.
I went to all that trouble to make you that tea, and you wanted me to go even farther? Yes, I realize it can be a bit of a hassle. Even in cafes that offer proper milk tea, it is always more expensive than simple tea with milk. It takes more time to prepare, surely, but why even bother creating a menu if you're not going to offer the highest level of quality? Well, we don't actually have a menu.
You little...
That does not matter. Hurry up and bring me what I asked for, swine.
Oh, girl!
What? Oh, okay. Your little piggy will bring it out right now. I do so love coercion. You were like a totally different person just now.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. You really went psycho there. More random giggling.
I knew there was more to her when I first met her. I'd hate to have her as an enemy. Seriously, man, she's one scary chick. The dining hall doors flew open and one of the late arrivals came storming in. But
Bad news, everyone. There is a mystery afoot.
Huh?
Huh? What happened? It would seem Byakuya refuses to leave his room. I stood there pressing his doorbell over and over, but he never showed himself.
maybe he just wasn't there.
I think maybe...
I'd like to think so, but I'm worried something might have happened to him.
What he meant by that, he didn't have to say anything else. Everyone understood exactly what that might mean. It might be a good idea if we split up and go looking for him.
Listen to me!
Ah, I was just about to suggest the same thing.
What's your problem?
Stop trying to one-up everyone. Okay, then I'll go check his room one more time. I'm just gonna keep on hammering that button until I get a response.
Well then.
Very well, then the rest of us can go check the rest of the building. Yeah, before it's, you know, too late.
Anyway, we just have to do our best to find Byakuya. So where might Byakuya have gone? Maybe he went to check out the second floor of the school again. Well, let's talk to Celeste.
I hope we get the crazy eyes and the voiceover "you little bitch" line again.
Celeste, aren't you gonna help look for Byakuya?
I have not had my tea yet.
Huh?
As for me,
Until my thirst is satisfied, I have no urge to do anything. If you are in a hurry, feel free to motivate Hifumi to move faster.
Oh, okay. But aren't you being kind of selfish? Alright, let's go into the kitchen and see what Hifumi has to say. Oh, interesting. The knife was never replaced. Alright, Hifumi.
Ah, Mr. Naegi, what's going on?
Well, nobody's seen Byakuya this morning, so we all decided to go look for him.
What?
What? That's not good at all.
However,
However, this little piggy needs to... I have a holy edict to deliver a proper milk tea to my master. To bless this undeserving swine with such an honor, I will serve you with all my heart and soul.
Okay. Good luck with that. Hifumi's created some creepy alternate reality for himself.
One where you can get laid.
Alright. Let's skedaddle off to the second floor. I think I'm just gonna walk there since it's actually...
Son of a bitch.
Oh, did you already go up there?
Yeah, I already teleported to the second floor.
Alright, fine, I'll teleport to you.
Because last time I walked somewhere, you teleported, and then bitched at me for being slow, so I was just like, okay, that's where we're going.
I thought the way up was right there, but apparently not.
No, you have to run to the far end of the hallway.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was around the corner, so I was gonna be teleported shortly anyway. Alright, Kyoko. What do you got?
hey,
So, you thought to come here too.
Huh?
so
If you think about what Byakuya was so interested in yesterday, you can probably guess where he is right now, right?
Huh? What was it Byakuya was interested in again? It was the pubic liberty. Sorry, that used to be a joke at our public library because you could change the it was an old DOS style computer system, and my friend knew how to get in and change options, so he would always change all of the it'd be like, welcome to the public library, so he'd always change it to welcome to the pubic liberty.
That's fantastic.
When I opened the door to the library and looked inside, I cried out in sudden surprise. Byakuya! Of all the things I'd imagined, this most definitely wasn't one of them.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm fishing. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to read, so if you could be quiet.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no! What are you doing here? Everyone's super worried. We've all been looking for you.
Who asked you to do that?
Because we're all supposed to meet up in the morning and eat together. We made a promise.
A promise? Can't I get a second's peace and quiet around here?
Byakuya snapped the book shut and slowly stood up, smooth and silent as a shadow. Meanwhile, the others must have heard me yell and started showing up, one after another.
Byakuya, so this is where you've been hiding. The heck are you doing here, man? We were very concerned. Well, you had no reason to be. I was just reading. I've never read such a coarse novel before, but it might just prove useful at some point.
Well,
What were you reading? A mystery novel.
well,
Wait, so are you gonna use what you're learning in there to betray us? Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
It's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah. What?
Naturally.
If I decide to fight, of course I'll come up with something original. Otherwise, this game of ours will be totally boring, right? It's not often you get to take part in such a high-stakes, high-tension activity. So, if you're going to do it, you have to make sure it's entertaining.
His words sent a chill down my spine. There was an undeniable smile on his face as he spoke. It looked like he was actually enjoying himself. Enjoying this deranged killing game.
Damn you!
What the fuck do you mean, game? That's fucked up. But it is a game. It's a game of life or death, which can have only one winner. That's all there is to it. He is right. It's a zero-sum game.
Huh?
are you okay with this?
It is a part of game theory, a mathematical model. In game theory, what we are going through now is called a zero-sum game. In this type of game, in order for one person to gain something, another must necessarily lose something. In other words, it is a situation in which participants must compete for position or resources.
I see.
You mean like a kind of elimination match?
Actually,
Entrance exams, sports tournaments, job openings, most social interactions fall into this category. Twitch viewers, sup guys? Everyone must scramble to obtain something which is limited. For you to succeed, someone else must fail. This also applies to the school life we have been subjected to here. In this case,
is that okay?
our limited resource is that only one of us can successfully become the Blackened.
So, in other words,
So, this game was designed from the beginning to force one of us to try and defeat all the others.
That can't be what they had in mind.
This is why adaptation is so crucial. If those who want to escape were to disappear, there would be no reason to continue playing the game.
what?
But why would I want to stop playing? It's so much fun.
He smiled again as he spoke. The smile was filled with evil intent. It twisted his face into something not human.
It sounds as if you do not acknowledge even the possibility that you may lose, am I right?
Naturally.
Of course. You do not speak like the others. Exactly what I would expect from the Togami-era parent. It's just normal arrogance, isn't it?
Just a second.
You talk like that, but what if you end up dead?
Not
I
possible.
won't. It simply isn't possible.
You son of a
Who the
bitch!
fuck do you think you are? You know, I still just can't believe it.
What?
Believe what? That an uneducated, brain-dead, useless piece of garbage like you has survived this long.
Piece of shit!
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Like I said, I won't die. You keep saying that, but... Do not bother arguing with him. For him, the concept of losing simply does not exist. He is the ultimate affluent progeny, after all. A boy raised to succeed from the day he was born. He considers victory his destiny and has lived his life accordingly. Tests and challenges are merely ways for him to stand victorious, even if it is a life-and-death situation. Is that not so, Byakuya? At least one of you seems to understand.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is because I am the same as you. Games are meant to be won.
That's enough.
Are you trying to suggest we're on the same level? Close that vulgar mouth of yours.
Oh,
Well, well, I do apologize. Anyway, let me just say this to all of you. You all need to try harder. If an opponent isn't going to give it their best, where's the fun for me?
no.
That's a terrible way to look at it.
What?
It's because...
This isn't a game. Our lives are on the line, you know. To kill your own friends is...
It's
It's horrific. Friends? Who decided that? Huh? We're not friends. No, quite the opposite. We're in competition. We're enemies. But, you know.
What?
But what? Stop trying to force your contradictions on me and just accept what I'm telling you.
Come on.
Yes, if you have something to say, say it. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Stop
Hey,
fucking
shithead.
around.
You get off on bullying people that can't fight back? You want to try that on me? So, you're back to pretending to be friends, huh? And how long do you think that's going to last?
Piece of
Fuck you.
shit!
What?
Is that all you can say? It's unfortunate you would waste your breath on such empty gibberish.
You son of a bitch!
That's it, you're fucking dead.
Just a second.
Hold on, just calm down. I
Piece
am
of shit.
calm. How is this calm? Anyway, I don't have any intention of working with the rest of you any longer. To cooperate during an elimination game is, well, frankly, it's a waste of time, and I hate wasting my time.
Waste of time?
Not possible.
Engaging in friendly group meals is out of the question. Someone could easily poison our food. And I'd rather not become part of the Last Supper just yet. Quit talking like you're in a fucking movie or something. All I'm saying is that, ultimately, you are all free to do whatever you want on your own. Goodbye.
Without a second glance back, Byakuya left. There wasn't anything we could do to keep him from going. His way of thinking was just beyond anything the rest of us could even comprehend.
But...
Was he serious about all that? He was, without a doubt.
don't fuck with
Well,
me.
fuck him then.
Maybe.
But what he said, he might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, can you say for sure someone won't poison our food? Hey, come on. You too, Toko?
Anyway.
Well, it's not like anyone would care even if I was gone, right? Actually, I bet you all want me gone. You all think I'm disgusting.
None of us think that.
I'm telling you.
You just think you don't think that. I know some people like to play the victim, but this is just totally out there. You think I don't know, but I do. You want me gone. And I'm sure that the rest of you want the same thing, don't you?
Hey, Toko, wait!
Just let her go. Once she gets going like that, there is nothing you can say to bring her back.
Ultimately, our breakfast meeting came to an end without answering any questions. Everyone headed back to
A
their
whole lot of
room.
lines for me.
Yep.
Ugh.
Jeez, I'm tired already. But I don't have time to take even one day off. I need to get myself going. Free time!
Swag time!
Alright, let's get out of here.
Smoke weed every day.
And let's bring up the map and see who's where.
I think it's less that so much as, you should just say who you're interested in speaking to.
Pool!
Pool.
Well, I guess pool entrance since we haven't actually been to the pool yet.
Yeah.
The boys' locker room card reader. I can open it using my e-handbook. So... do I click the door to go in? Yes,
Yep.
okay. And keep going through the doors till we get to the pool proper. Oh, there she is, way the fuck over there on the left. Hey, Hina.
Okay.
The opposite of possible isn't impossible, it's challenge. That's a quote from the famous baseball player Jackie Robinson. And we have to remember, this is just a challenge. We can't give up.
Should I talk to Hina for a while? Yes. Yes, we shall.
Okay, you want to go for a walk? I don't care where to. Although, no matter where we go, we're still stuck in this stupid school.
Hina and I walked aimlessly around the school. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present?
Would you like to desync the game?
Well, no, we do have the despair bat present we could give her.
No, you can't.
Oh.
The end of chapter key item ones you can't actually give to people.
Oh, got it. So, well, I don't have a present to give her because I haven't been to the shop to spend my muns, so...
Yeah, and then we'd get randomized presents and desync the game, like I was saying.
Yeah, so no, not really, no. Aww. Is something wrong, Hina?
I've reached my limit.
Just a second.
I'm stuck in here, can't do any sports, can't do anything. I'm sick of it. I want to get out under the sun and do some laps, run a marathon. I want to do some real sports.
Hina, calm down, okay?
What the heck?
I can't do anything in here. If I can't move around, I'm gonna die, like a bunny rabbit.
But I've always heard rabbits die from loneliness.
That's terrible.
Whatever, I'm gonna die if I can't get some proper physical activity.
Don't you think that's a little extreme?
What the heck?
You think I'm kidding, don't you? But I seriously can't sit still, you know? Why else would I have joined 6 sports teams in school?
6?
37? Yeah, track, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and the big one. The big one?
Hey, there's a typo, or a error. That should probably be my line. She got to her main sport but ran out of juice. I think it's gotta be going home.
Are you actually trying that one?
No.
Okay.
Swimming. Your main sport is swimming, right?
Yeah, you got it. God, I don't even care what stroke it is. Just get me in a pool under the blue sky.
But isn't it hard to do that many sports? Even for you?
Well,
If I can't move, I'll just shrivel up and die. And I need a challenge, more and more new stuff to try.
The challenge?
'cause, I mean,
What I really love about sports isn't winning, you know? It's having to fight and struggle and give it all you've got to reach the top. It's that excitement, that fear that you might suffer a heartbreaking loss.
but,
When you finally reach that goal, it's just lonely. It's lonely at the top, you know?
I never really got into sports, so I couldn't really relate to what she's talking about. But I could tell that the reason Hina was so amazing was how hard she could fight and struggle.
So that's why I want to push myself as hard as possible when it comes to swimming. I want to aim for the very highest mountaintop.
The highest mountaintop?
okay.
I'm talking about the gold medal, of course. Aim for the gold, even if it means I'm a super gold spaz.
Did she just call herself? Okay, but... Excuse me. Okay, but if that's what you want, isn't that all the more reason? If you only have a goal, why are you standing around making excuses?
Excuses?
Just
Hey,
a
when
second.
did I ever make any excuses?
Sure, maybe you're stuck in here right now with no way out. But if you really want to make an effort, shouldn't you try to see what you can do in here?
That's a challenge. You just made an official challenge. But
Yeah,
I think you're
totally.
right. If I want to get that gold medal, I have to make every effort I can. I want to become a genius of effort. I bet Ian Thorpe said something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't go around making excuses just because we're stuck in here. Alright, I think I'm gonna do some push-ups in my room. Like maybe around 1,000 or something.
Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. She recovered exactly as fast and strong as I would have expected. Hina's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Your maximum number of hit points has increased. Hey, look at you go. Oh, excuse me. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. There's still plenty of time left. I can't just sit around here. I should head out. And head out we shall. Alright, let's go. Well, we'll just keep the waifu train running. Let's find Kyoko.
Okay.
Kyoko.
She's in her room.
Oh, that is super convenient.
Yep. Considering it's right next door and all.
I guess I should press the doorbell.
Doorbell, let me click you.
You don't click the doorbell, you click the door.
Oh, okay. What's the matter? Are you keeping an eye on me? Don't worry, I'm not going to kill anyone.
Should I talk to Kyoko for a while? Hell yeah.
It's true.
I was just about to head to the dining hall to get something to drink. Did you want to come with me?
I went to the dining hall and drank some tea with Kyoko. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Kyoko a present? No, not really.
Are you scared, Makoto?
Huh?
Hey,
Being trapped in a place like this?
Who wouldn't be? Of course I'm scared, being trapped in this insane school.
correct.
Ah, that's good.
That's good?
So,
Fear is proof that your imagination is functioning. Frankly, I feel bad for anyone who can't feel fear.
whew,
Without imagination, you can never deduce which action to take next.
But what about you? You seem totally calm. You don't act afraid at all.
wrong.
I'm scared too, of course. I simply hide my emotions. There's no advantage to be gained from letting others see how you feel.
You hide? Huh.
Correct.
What I mean is, I'm not as foolishly open as you are.
Foolishly open?
Listen,
Also, the fear I experience is a little different from yours, I imagine.
Huh? What do you mean?
so,
You're afraid of what you might lose, right?
correct.
But I'm afraid of what I've already lost.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I know.
She didn't bother answering any further. She just turned and...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
With that, she was gone. Well, we're still just getting to know each other. Maybe we'll talk more next time. I don't think I understand her at all yet. Kyoko's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Your maximum number of skill points have increased. Hey, look at you go. Yay.
I understand she wears some badass gloves.
Yeah. Dude, she's fucking damper as shit.
I think the word you were going for was dapper. But the word damper just put this mental image in my head, and I can't not laugh right now. You fucked it all up, bro. You fucked it all up.
My job here is done. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh boy.
Was we-
What?
Yes, I meant damper. I don't know why damper came out.
I don't know, but it was funny as hell.
Once we're all done, I headed back to my room for a little while.
Ooh, that was good.
Glad I could help.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Another day gone. But even though today is over, this game definitely isn't. How long is this gonna keep going?
As long as it has to.
The beatings continue until morale improves. All this stress and anxiety kept me from falling asleep until late in the night.
Whenever I spot a cute girl, I have a tendency to stare. I can't help it. I just gaze with intensity. The other day, I rode my bike to the train station.
I was in the bathroom, just looking at myself in the mirror.
Awkward.
That's Monokuma for you.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
I love how whenever he
Get
makes
ready
those
to greet
announcements, it
another
looks like he's sipping blood out of a
beautiful
martini
day.
glass.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'd better head to the dining hall before anything else. And that we shall. Leave the area. I went to the breakfast meeting, same as always, but
Is this everyone? It feels a little small.
Bakuya and Toko had stormed off yesterday, and it wasn't too surprising they hadn't come today.
Even the table looks bigger somehow. I assume that is because 3 people are dead and 2 are abstaining.
Yeah, with 5 people missing, I guess it would feel kinda empty.
Still, I know Byakuya is whatever, but shouldn't we go check on Toko?
For serious.
I vote no. She's super annoying. How can you be so cold? You're like a piece of rock candy.
You hear me?
What? No, rock candy isn't cold. It's sweet.
Shit.
Anyway, Byakuya is the real problem. If we don't keep an eye on him, he might really kill someone. You can see it in his eyes. We got no choice. Get some rope. We're gonna have to keep him bound and gagged.
I think that might be going a little overboard.
Count on it.
He's right. In this situation, there's nothing scarier than when an ally turns loose cannon. It's just like when we were kids and someone would go crazy at sports day or whatever.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about? You gonna use the rope to do tug of war or something? Idiot.
It can't be.
I'm not an idiot.
Yo!
You're an idiot. Who are you calling stupid?
Huh? What's wrong, Chihiro? You don't look so great.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just going through a little self-loathing.
Huh? Self-loathing?
Well, after what Byakuya said to me yesterday, I just got so nervous I locked up. I couldn't say anything. Mondo ended up having to help me out. And even he said I was someone who can't fight back.
Aww.
I hate how weak I am. Ah, I see. So Mondo made you depressed.
What?
What? How's it my
What?
fault?
Hey, come on.
I wasn't trying to be mean. Besides, girls are just naturally weak anyway, right? Cue feminist outrage in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
G. Are you crying? It's because you were screaming like a lunatic.
Goddamn duck face.
Hey, come
Hey,
on.
come on, don't cry. It's my fault, okay? I won't yell at you anymore. Really? Not sure I can believe that.
Huh?
Just shut up.
What?
I got it. I'll make you a
What?
promise as a man.
Huh?
Promise? As a man?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
I mentioned this before, but ever since I was a kid, there was one thing my brother told me over and over again. He said that no matter what, a real man always keeps his promises. That's what he left me. Left you? Oh, yeah. My brother's dead.
Oh, I see.
That's true.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to make all you guys cry.
Yo.
Anyway, so you can trust me when I make that promise. So you don't gotta cry anymore. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mondo. Sure. But I still don't like how I am right now. I have to get stronger. If I'm so weak anything can make me cry. That's not good.
Still, don't stress out too much about having to get stronger.
No, I want to get stronger. Maybe I should start working out. In that case, I would be happy to help you out anytime. But then Miss Fujisaki would get smashed into a billion pieces.
Just a second.
Shut up, you.
You know?
Oh, finally cracked a smile, huh?
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone, thank you.
Look like Chihiro's gotten some life back. Yeah, man. If we could keep helping each other out like this, we're bound to get out of this crappy place sooner or later. I mean, someday, I'm sure. Still, our biggest concern right now is the other two who never showed up to breakfast. What can I do and try and understand those two better? Okay, so what should I do today? Free
Swag time.
So you can only talk to 2 people a day, I'm assuming.
I think there's a couple days where you get 3, but some days it's 1.
Okay, so question then. Is it
Yep.
better to focus on 2 people or try and, get max as much as I can or spread out? Like, is there any benefit to focusing on 2 people, or should I just, rotate every free time? Be like, okay, I talked to these 2 people day 1, these 2 people the next day, so on and so forth. I just don't know if there's any benefit to doing it one way or the other.
Well, the more you talk to people, the more likely you are to finishing their report card, because the more your relationship with them will go up, so that'll earn you skill points and skills.
Got it.
But once you've capped somebody out, there's it's not like a more traditional VN where there's romance options and stuff like that. So once you've maxed somebody out, there's no losing points, so you don't gotta talk to them anymore.
Right, and that's why I was just wondering, if I just focus on Hina and Kyoko until I get the max and then moved on to somebody, or should I, okay, I talked to those 2 yesterday, should I move on to, Hiro and Hifumi type of thing? I just didn't know if there was any benefit or not to doing something like that. That's just why I was asking before I got started.
It is easier to get like the early levels than the later ones. But I think most of the early ones are all skill points anyway, so it's completely up to you. It doesn't really have like a huge bearing on the game.
Okay,
So I would stick with characters you're interested in so you can find out more about them.
cool, then that is what I'm gonna do. Because that was kind of my other thing was like, you know, I don't want to spread it out and then miss stuff.
Because somebody drops dead?
Well, not because somebody drops dead, but because, you know, I've wasted those free time interactions on other people, so I don't get to know more, like I said, off stream, like, I'm super interested in Kyoko. So, it's one of those things, it's like, I don't want to miss getting as much information from her during these times because, you know, oh, I'm talking to Byakuya, and then this person, and this person, and it's like, I've got 10 people to go through, and, you know, somebody's gonna die, and shit like that, so it's just one of those, like, I just wanted to make sure if there was any sort of benefit to, outside of, like, the skills, you know, like, focusing on specific people. So I think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to continue the Kyoko and Hina train until we're maxed. And then we will move on to whoever's left. Because I'm not going to name people because they might die before them.
You don't want to curse them.
Yeah, I don't want to curse them.
Okay, so who are we talking to first?
The first person I find on this map.
I've already found both of them.
Alright, well, we're gonna go to Class 2B.
Okay.
Because that's where Kyoko is.
Yep. Yeah, and Hina was at the pool, so it was...
I kind of assumed as much. Why the fuck wouldn't she be at the pool? But scrolling through the list, Kyoko was the first to show up. Alright, girl.
Just
what do you
a
got?
second.
What's the matter? Why are you bouncing around like a little rabbit? Don't you have anything to do?
Should I talk to Kyoko for a while? Yes, please.
Certainly.
There's no reason to decline, and I'm not the type to decline anyway.
And
Besides, I find myself more and more intrigued by someone like you.
I spent some time with Kyoko. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Kyoko a present? No. Alrighty. There's still plenty of time left. I don't feel like sitting here. Maybe I'll go explore.
And now to Hina.
Yep. Who may or may not still be at the pool.
She is not.
Alright.
She's in the dining hall.
Dining hall. Thank you. Which, that's super convenient.
Yep.
Dining hall. Go! Hina girl. This line again.
Pushing on them doesn't help, smacking them doesn't help. What the heck is up with those things?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the metal plates covering all the windows. Ah, I know, we should try grabbing the top and yanking down on it.
Should I talk to Hina for a while? Yes.
You got it.
You want to do some stretches with me?
I followed Hina's lead and did some elaborate stretching. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? No, not really.
Hey Makoto. I'm so tired.
Yeah, you look pretty tired. What happened?
Well,
I woke up earlier than normal this morning, so I decided to do a push-up, sit-up, squat set. I ended up doing 1,000 of each.
Well, that would explain it.
Tired, so tired. I want something sweet. I want those things you get when you mix flour, sugar, butter, and eggs, then deep fry them.
So what Hina is looking for is... I'm assuming donuts? Like, churro technically sounds about right, but I think it's donuts. Oh, I know. You want some donuts, don't you? Churros are fucking amazing.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone, but there's actually a bunch of frozen donuts in the warehouse.
Okay.
Throw those in the microwave for a few seconds and just imagine. Imagine the warm chewiness of that donut. You know what I'm saying, right? You'd eat the crap out of that, right?
You really do love donuts, huh?
Just a second.
Is there anyone who doesn't? Who on Earth? No. Who in the whole universe can say they hate donuts? Think about the sensation of biting into a donut. First the sweetness floods your mouth, then the soft dough cushions you. Next you get that hint of egg and butter, right? Your whole body starts to melt, she looks like a squirrel.
Yes, I love
You
her
feel it.
even more.
You feel like you're falling into the center of the donut itself. When people talk about the donut effective, that's what they're talking about.
That's absolutely not true.
I can't take it anymore. I'm drooling like Niagara Falls over here. Get out of my way, Makoto, or I got an uppercut with your name on it.
I'm not in the way.
Wait for me, God of Donuts.
Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. Whenever I'm around here, I feel like I'm soaking in the essence of human vitality. Hina's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Your maximum number of skill points has increased. Hey, look at you go! After I watched her run off, I went back to my room. And it is nighttime. I guess I'm feeling a little hungry. I'd better get something to eat before it's nighttime. I should head to the dining hall then, I guess. Leave the area. Yes, please. God, all this taco food is making me hungry now. God damn it. I have a half a pizza sitting right next to me, too. I just wanted to get something to eat. And now I'm about to get roped into something like this. Actually, no, I guess I'm already roped in.
Listen to me!
Hey, Makoto, perfect timing.
Huh? What's going on?
Hey, damn it.
I have a favor to ask.
A favor? I have a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's talk to Mondo. What's your favor?
Hey, damn it.
Come on, Makoto, you gotta be our witness.
Reaction! Witness to what?
What?
This guy's been talking shit about me since day one, calling me a coward and shit like that.
You're corrupt!
You are a coward. That's why you turn to violence to solve your problems.
Yo!
That's why you can't do what society asks of you. Why you walk around dressed like that.
Huh?
The fuck you say? You don't know shit.
You hear me?
You've already lost to yourself, but you're such a coward you don't even realize it.
Damn you!
So what? You saying you're not a coward? You think you're tougher than me?
Count on it!
I know I am.
You wanna fight?
Okay, then let's throw down. Prove you got what I don't got.
You
I
hear me?
accept your challenge.
What?
Oh, God.
That's what's happening, Makoto. You gotta be our witness.
You're gonna throw down? You're not gonna, like, start punching each other, are you?
Hey,
There's a bathhouse on the first floor of the dorm, right? With a sauna inside?
I see!
I see. A simple endurance contest, is it?
Got
We're
it!
going to see who can stay in the sauna the longest, am I right?
Piece of shit!
Goddamn straight.
Are you guys really gonna go through with this?
Stop fucking around!
Shit, yeah.
You!
He'll be done in a matter of minutes anyway. People like him are, without exception, all talk.
You want to throw down?
Bring it on. Hell, let's make things interesting. Wouldn't want to win without a challenge, right?
Interesting.
You son of a bitch!
We're gonna battle with all our clothes on.
Ridiculous!
That's idiotic. Suicidal.
You want to fight?
What, you afraid? You're going to regret this.
Stop fucking around!
Shut up and let's do this.
Hey,
I love this towel on his fucking overdone pompadour. And I thought you guys were doing this with your clothes on. Why is Taka fucking... Oh no, he was the one who was gonna do it with his clothes on. I thought they said they were both gonna do
What
it.
asshole?
You can take off your uniform, you know? Go ahead. I won't judge.
And you can shut the fuck up and mind your own business. I mean, look at you. Your face is all red. What are you, one of those goddamn hot spring monkeys?
It just so happens I was born with a red face.
You don't have to act all big, man.
Act, you say? I'm still plenty good to go. I'm so good, I could eat a steaming hot bowl of soup right now.
Are they okay? I tried to push my concern aside. A few minutes passed, then a few dozen minutes, then an hour.
Don't you think it's about time you gave up?
What about you? You can't even hardly talk. Dumbass.
Say whatever you want. I'm still totally good to go. In fact, I'm starting to feel kind of cold.
That's probably not good.
Hey, guys, I know both of you want to prove how big of a badass you are, but don't you think you've done enough?
Shut up!
Yeah, I just can't win.
Idiot battle, go!
Yeah,
Calling the Darwin Awards? Now.
right.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
Holy crap.
Huh?
That was awesome. Monokuma said 10 p.m. right as the clock hit 10 p.m.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome!
Hey, Sager got swag. Thanks for tuning
Soon the
in.
doors to the dining hall
How's it
will
going,
be
man?
locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh, Monokuma. Hey, did you hear that? It's nighttime. How about we call it a tie?
In a true competition, there's no such thing as a tie.
I'm doing pretty good.
You win,
I'm
or
doing
you
all right.
lose. That's the only thing that matters.
Listen to you, you son of a bitch. Then bring it on. I'll push you right up to the gates of hell.
The gates of hell? That's not a good place to push someone. This isn't good, guys.
Yeah, you hear him? Better crawl on back to your room. I'll let you know how it went in the morning. Then you can start spreading my legend. Come tomorrow morning, you'll fall down in front of me, down on your knees. I'll show you where to do it.
Oh.
Big talk from someone whose face is about to explode. Right back at ya.
Okay, well, good night then.
And I don't know, the gates of hell is a pretty good place to push your racist grandmother who's confined to a wheelchair. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank God you said that 3 seconds earlier. I was about to start drinking. Would have had another spit drink all over monitor situation again. I really hope those two don't overdo it. But I'm sure to the death? No, surely they wouldn't go that far. Yep, it is me. My name is Jason Cupcake Troll Gordon, and I am joined with...
Mike Psychotic Kelly, and we both stream here.
Yes!
We got 2/3 of the Zero Tolerance Games team.
Yes, there's currently 3 of us that do stream on this channel. The other one who is not here is Nick Latency. He is currently sick. He is also not part of our little VO Danganronpa fun time. He might at some point in the future. He has to get off his sorry ass, and I think he has to catch up, or we have to catch up to him. I don't know exactly how that's working, because both were mentioned at one point, so...
Yeah, we have to catch up if he decides to finish it on his Vita. He has to catch up if he wants to play it on PC.
That's right. So, he may or may not, so we might have 3 people doing this, but for the duration it will be myself and Mike.
Maybe not on Sundays, though, because you do start a bit late on Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays will be a little interesting, because, yeah, I do start a little bit later. I do have another obligation I attend, so who knows. Also, this Sunday and the next couple might be a little awkward. We'll see. Anyway, back to the story. The concern stayed with me as I slowly succumbed to sleep.
If fate does exist, does that mean your future is decided the moment you're born? If all your yesterdays pile up to create your tomorrow, is your future as final as your past? I just don't know.
That's why I'm still alive, because I don't know. That's why I desperately cling to life.
Monokuma the God.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m., and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Morning, huh? I hope Manda and Taka survived. Worried about the 2 of them, I hurried to the dining hall more quickly than usual. And then I entered.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro?
What the...
Yo. Hey, Makoto. Thank you so much for acting as our witness yesterday.
Huh? Are they friends now?
They've been like this all morning. They were all buddy-buddy as soon as they walked in. It feels gross.
What?
Feels gross? Hell no. Feels great, more like. This almost feels like sexual harassment somehow. Forget her, bro. A girl like her just doesn't get our manly bond.
You hear me?
Friendship between men is stronger than blood. A woman could never understand.
Ain't that right?
What you just said? Bro, that was cool as shit. I should get a tattoo of it.
Sweet
Without a
Jesus.
doubt.
No, bro, you mustn't. Your body is a temple given to you by your loving parents.
So, who won the contest?
Piece of shit!
Who gives a shit? Yeah, don't ask stupid questions. What matters is that we both took part in it together.
That's completely different from what you were saying last night.
I see.
Friendship between men seems very simplistic. Nothing like what I'm used to with girls. Yeah, for real.
All throughout breakfast that morning, The room was dominated by Mondo and Taka's overpowering brotherhood. All in all, it was a pretty unfortunate experience.
Like accidentally walking into a Black Panther rally. Just saying. like that's the type of shit you need to be prepared for. Just stumbling in, that's a bad idea. That's all I mean by it.
So what should I do today? Ooh, who could this be? Wow, and I set the line before even getting there. Wondering who'd come to visit, I opened the door, and someone forced their way in. Toko? I'm scared. Toko, what's the matter?
What's your problem?
Why are you so surprised? Am I really that annoying? Well, I already know I'm annoying. I came here knowing that, so that makes it okay.
No, you're not annoying. I just wondered what was going on.
I have a favor to ask. I want you to go somewhere with me.
Reaction! And where is it you want to go?
Well...
Well, the library.
Huh? Are you looking for a book or something? Why don't you just ask Byakuya? He spends all his time in the library anyway. Did I say something wrong?
You're not a blabbermouth, right? This has to be a secret.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but if you want me to be quiet, I'll be quiet.
Then let's go to the library.
Okay, I got it. The library. Jeez, why so pushy?
Not as bad as Celeste.
Yeah, right.
Quiet. Be quiet when you go in. Don't let him see you.
She actually was starting to get annoying, but I did what she said and gently crept into the library. Unsurprisingly, Byakuya was there by himself, absorbed in a book.
He's here. He's really here. Okay, Makoto, go talk to him. What? Stop being so loud. Just hurry up and go talk to him.
You go talk to him if you want to so bad.
I can't. I don't want to interrupt him.
That's kinda crazy. Alright, let's talk to Homeboy here. He seems to be really focused on that book. It doesn't seem like the best time to talk to him.
Hey, you. What are you doing back here? I hate even having to look at you.
Ah, so you noticed me, huh?
Naturally.
Of course. Now hurry up and leave. And take her with you. Hey, Byakuya? Remember how you said, don't be a woman who dominates weak men? Be a woman dominated by a strong man? I never said that. Well, actually, I just thought it sounded like something you might say. Get out. And go take a bath. You smell.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Go now, before your stench latches onto the entire room. Oh, okay.
He really dug into us there. Maybe he's in a bad mood. She seems super depressed. Did he really upset her that much?
Byakuya, to go that far. He must be really concerned about me.
Damn, girl! Huh?
He told me to take a bath and everything. He must really care about my well-being. Hey, Makoto, what do you think?
Think about what?
Do you think Byakuya and I would be good together?
Yes. Yes, you're the one true pair of this entire game. Well now, I don't really know.
Maybe.
That's true. There's really no way to know. But the distance between us doesn't change our love. Because as soon as you realize your feelings, the love is born. That's how love works.
Okay.
There might come a day when you understand. Maybe. Someday. Well, bye.
Batshit insane does not even start to sum it up, Envy.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of other words there. But not on a live broadcast, that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Nothing we want concreted on the internet.
Is it my line or?
It's all you.
Okay, I was just making sure you weren't hovering on the your character in silence line.
No.
Ah, young love.
What?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Who would have ever guessed you would go for someone like him? But eager passion can also be scary. Sometimes that leads people off in the wrong direction.
Oh my god, she's gonna go total crazy girlfriend on him. She's gonna kill him. She's gonna kill him. All of a sudden, I feel exhausted. Maybe I'll head back to my room for now. Like, she's gonna go complete Yandari on him.
I'm sorry, this is the part that bugs me like a little bit. Is
I say shit and you can't confirm or deny?
well, that too, but I mean, there's one class trial per chapter, and you've already come up with like 7 different scenarios for this chapter alone. Like, you need to pick something and stick to your guns. You can't be wrong a dozen times at one go. That's not how that works.
Well, the thing is that I'm assuming we have, what is it? 7 chapters? 8 chapters?
6.
6 chapters? I mean, you know, I could be right for different ones. I mean, I know, granted, some of them have involved the same people, but you never know. Hey, Nick.
How's it going, ladies?
I'm just saying, these are murder combinations that make sense right now. I mean, they're super obvious and cliche, and are probably wrong, but I'm just saying. I'm allowed to speculate.
She's gonna do some voodoo magic and resurrect his corpse and then murder the life out of him again.
It's the perfect relationship. There's still some time left in the day. What to do? Well, we already know what we're gonna do. Leave the area, find the waifus.
Which one first?
Well, I usually just scroll through the map until I find one. And it's gonna be the laundry, because that's where Hina is.
Okay. We're still in chapter 2. Oh, right. Wait and see. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you've been at Discord yet.
You should just
tell me which tank is your favorite, and I can tell you how wrong you are.
Envy still has not chimed in.
He's been ducking the question.
Saw you whenever.
What?
Hina in the laundry.
Yeah, I just got there. But that's a totally different game, Envy.
They're all either insane or going to die in the next half hour.
Yes, tank dating simulator. Anyway, each and every person has to do their job. The cooperation of each player is true teamwork.
You got it!
That's a quote from the famous rugby player Yuji Matsuo. We gotta do the same thing. Cooperate so we can survive.
Should I hang out with Hina for a while? Yes, we shall.
You wanna go for a run to relieve some of this stress?
Hina and I went for a light run through the school. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? No, not really.
So hungry.
Please!
Makoto, help me. I'm hungry.
What am I supposed to do?
I need food. Anything. I don't care if it's a stack of paper. Need food.
Why don't you just eat some more donuts?
Just a second!
I can't. That's my secret weapon. For emergencies only. If I kept gorging on something with that many calories, I'd get fat in no time.
So, even she cares about that kind of thing. Well, she is an athlete.
But...
Besides, I don't want anything sugary. Right now I want a salty snack.
Like potato chips?
Like ramen.
How is that a snack?
You got it all wrong!
Huh? How is it not? Speaking of which, what's your favorite kind of ramen?
Shoyu, without a doubt.
You got it!
Ah, good choice. Definitely the most refreshing option.
What about you, Hina? You're worried about calories and all, so...
Okay.
I'm a portastic tonkatsu girl through and through.
Or you don't care about calories at all.
The key element of any tonkatsu ramen is the butter and the extra fat.
So you're okay with all that oil?
Ugh, talking about it just made me even hungrier. Maybe it's time. Maybe I can make it to the dining hall.
Are you sure, though? I mean, a bowl of ramen has way more calories than a donut.
What is this?
Who says stuff like that? Are you a real man or aren't you? What, are you afraid? Afraid of ramen? You're pathetic, Makoto. I'm ashamed to know you.
Have I mentioned I love her?
Yes, repeatedly.
Are you still Hina?
Just a second!
Shut up, get out of my way. I'm gonna show you what a real man looks like. Or are you gonna stand in my way and suffer the fist-based consequences?
No, I have no intention in getting in your way.
Okay.
Then don't. If I don't do this now, when am I ever gonna get another chance?
Wow.
We can't give people presents.
Yeah,
There's a good reason for that.
it'll desync the game. Because presents are random. Yeah, so presents, if I'm gonna do them, would have to happen off stream. But then that still kind of fucks things up.
Yeah, for the next time we stream together.
Yeah, so this is a no present run.
No present run.
Crying out.
This is not present percent.
No present percent.
Yep.
Crying out like a starving raven, Hina ran off at a dangerous clip toward the kitchen. When it comes to food, Hina is terrifying. Hina's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. You just unlocked the the skill Extraordinary Focus. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it. I learned my lesson and made my way back to my room. Oh, nighttime already. That's